Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we got a couple sad stories in the news today. We also have an update on that ship that was turned away from New Zealand. Some good news from the passengers and then some bad news for the passengers. And we also have another cruise line that is doing some major work on their private island. So first, let's get the sad news out of the way. First, we had a woman who was discovered in her cabin by her cabin mate, and unfortunately, she proved unresponsive. The doctors could not revive her, and the ship doctors pronounced her deceased. They will be doing an autopsy to find out what happened, as is the normal procedures on board. But that must be a heck of a thing when you just head back and return to your, return to your cabin to see your roommate and they passed away, unfortunately. It does happen a lot on cruise ships. As many of you know, many people on cruise ships are over 50, and once we get up into this range, things can happen, and unfortunately that happened. We also had another story of a 16-year-old who apparently tried to jump from 3 floors up on his cruise ship. And yeah, he is now in serious condition in hospital. They were, they treated him right away on the ship and then rushed him to the hospital, where at the current time we don't know much about it other than it was shown that he did this on purpose, as well as that he at the moment is in serious condition. So we hope for all the best in that situation. Plus they get the help that they need after coming through all of this. Next, MSC Cruise Lines has just announced that they are going to be putting out a lot of renovations on their private island. Everything from a new snorkeling and scuba diving area that's only for that. It'll be like a private area. They're adding new shops. They're adding new dining facilities on board. They're also going to have a new naturalist area where you can go and learn about coral, and they're going to have actual people there that can talk to you about all their conservation and restoring efforts that MSC is doing and what they're doing to help protect the coral from a cruise line perspective, as well as on the private islands that they're visiting. So that's good news that they're expanding there. It's going to be a lot more things to do. They're going to basically do a big upgrade as well, make it more of a destination unto itself, like some of the other private islands are out there. Now, we've heard a lot about that cruise to New Zealand that got turned away and has to head to Tasmania. And one of the places they're heading to in Tasmania, well, one of the most popular places to visit there, with a big scenic view over top looking down on everything in Hobart, it's closed. Apparently we're about a week ahead of when the actual cruise season will start in that area, and they've closed it to do some tree cutting and clearing areas that could be dangerous to people on travel hikes and things like that. The tour bus that goes up there won't be able to go into this area. Many of the tour bus companies aren't ready yet. They won't be running tours because they don't have all their drivers in place, as well as some of the hiking trails and bike paths that are up there are also not going to be available when they get to this destination. So yeah, that's not good news when one of the most popular attractions in the area is closed. For the area you have to kind of like sideline to get there. But they did receive some good news this week, because we were talking about what they were offered in compensation for missing the complete, Kiwi Adventure, it was called. And they ended up going to Tasmania and skipping the whole area because of the biosecurity restrictions in New Zealand. Well, Originally, they were going to get $300 in onboard credit and a 50% future cruise credit. And after much more uproar and much more news in the media, including that couple who ended up having their wedding canceled because it was scheduled to take place in New Zealand when they arrived, and guess what? They're not arriving, so their whole wedding plans were thrown awry. Well, the cruise line has now changed that and is giving them a refund of that 50% instead. But yeah, also they've been saying that they've been having some really bad weather. That's one of the reasons that you could not have the divers in to clean the hull, was because the weathers wasn't safe enough for them to do so. And you know, a lot of passengers on board are also getting seasick as well. So just to top it all off, it sounds like it's a wonderful cruise that they're having. I hate to laugh at it, but I mean, like, it's one of those cruises that things just continue to go wrong and go wrong and go wrong as things happen, right? It's just, it's never just the one thing. It's compounded that makes it even worse and worse as you go along. And I'm wondering, have you ever been on one of those cruises that everything seemed to go wrong? Like, I've been on cruises where nothing was ready, right? Inaugural sailings, like the one I'm on now. Well, I'm glad to say that so far everything's running smoothly pretty much. We had a little bit of a hiccup in the turnaround day, where I think they need to clean that up a little bit and make that a much more smoother process. I'll have that on my Just Dawn video later on this week. But other than that, the cruise itself has been good. The food has been good that I've been tasting. The service has been good. The staff has been friendly. The officers are all over the place saying hi to people. The chefs are everywhere saying hi. Captains are great. But I've been on cruises that it wasn't so good, where the cruise director on board had to keep saying, you know, come back later when this is ready. And I hope you'll enjoy this preview of what this show is going to be in the future. Well, hey, dude, we paid $4,000 to be on this cruise and it's not ready yet. Where's our money back, which we did not get? But yeah, I mean, the escape room wasn't ready. The main show in the Broadway in the theater wasn't ready. The main Aqua show wasn't ready. One of the main dining halls wasn't ready. It was compound after compound after compound. So I just wondering, have you guys ever experienced such a thing where it started off small, but then the trickle effect kept on going and things got worse and worse and worse as the cruise went along? I'd love to hear it. Please put it in the comments down below and I'll check it all out. In the meantime, I'm going to continue my cruise. I'm in Nassau today. I'm overlooking all the colorful buildings on the port. Going to take a walk out and take a walk around today and yeah, enjoy myself in Nassau. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.